Oh,
Welcome to Topless Toy Talk.
hey everybody, I'm your host.
I'm your better host.
Here we are. Topless Toy Talk Tuesday.
Yes.
We're going to talk about some toys topless,
Thanks for joining us.
in case you're curious about what this was all about and what we're doing. If the name didn't give it away.
I mean, you're
Yeah.
here.
And
We're
if you're-
happy to have you.
And if you're still confused,
So are we.
but we're also going to talk about some toys topless, if that clarifies anything.
Yeah.
So, I have some unfortunate news, and probably some even more unfortunate news, but we're going to start with the lesser of the unfortunate news.
I'm so
Here.
confused already.
And actually, we got three realms of unfortunate news. So we're just going to start with the first realm of unfortunate news and see where this goes. But anyway, so, normally we do this live. And I bet you're thinking, wait a minute, you're not live right now? And the thing is, not really.
Well, kind of, though.
Kind of, but not really. So we're actually from the future.
But with the past.
But now it's the past. So we're from the future past. Days gone by.
So are the days of our lives.
But we had a thing going on tonight.
Yeah.
Not tonight as in the past tonight, but tonight as in the future tonight, which is Tuesday and not
Also, yes.
Sunday when we're doing this right now. And so we didn't want to leave everybody hanging.
Because we know you all look forward to Topless Toy Talk.
To Topless Toy Talk. So anyway, we did this. Instead of just canceling it, we're just like, F it, we're going to do a thing here. So we are talking.
We are here for you.
Yeah, we're providing you Topless Toy Talk from the future past.
Yes.
Kind of like that X-Men movie.
Okay.
We watched it. It's a good one.
Sure.
I know. We'll watch it again tonight, so you know what we're talking about.
Do we have to?
Yeah, probably. So anyway, we got something a little weird going on with the second half of this. We wanted to
more weird than this,
more
right?
weird-
Like more weird than Topless
more
Toy
weird than
Talk.
this.
Toy Talk.
So if you hang in for 15, 20 minutes, we're going to show you 30-ish minutes of something else, and if you're still here, then I feel sorry for you. Just kidding.
We love you all.
What you'll soon find out is that we're doing this out of order. This is the second half, but it's really the first half. So not only is it the future past, but it's also the past future. And this is a weird time loop that we got going on. I don't know where I'm at right now, to be honest.
Okay. All right. On that note,
so
we have clearly gone way off the rails here. We're 3 minutes in. Who knows what's going to happen? But
I know what's
our
going to happen.
agenda is going to be the normal toy news. Then we've got the super special segment that I'm so excited about everybody's seen. And then we'll talk about what we received this week. And we're going to bring back a favorite of Sarah's Squirtle Corner. So with that, Robert, why don't you go into toy news and show some of the stuff that you're contemplating right now?
I think we need to retitle this segment to not be toy news, because this isn't really news. This is my brain.
Okay, well, Rob's toy rant. How about that?
This is my brain dump. My toy.
Rob's brain dump.
My toy dump.
Rob's toy dump. Done. Toy dump.
Hey, so here we are with things that I purchased or pre-ordered this week that I totally didn't need. And actually, let us know what you think about this segment. I thought it was better than toy news, because I'm like, there's enough places that give you toy news, like websites, and I don't need to regurgitate that, but I want to tell you what I'm interested in.
And Rob really likes to be able to create a PowerPoint.
Loungewear Eileen. I'm very excited for this. So I actually pre-ordered this a while back.
Yeah.
But I did my second payment with 5K and it's shipped.
What do you mean second payment?
Oh, well, because you put like a pre-order deposit, and then when they get their
I was
stock.
like, is that so expensive that you had to do a payment plan?
No.
That's what I was
This is actually a relatively inexpensive figure. It's only like $40 or something like that. It was pretty low key.
To ship bunny ears, that's so cute.
Yeah, go get all your great toys at 5K, and I'm gonna send this recording to them so they can sponsor us in the future. Just kidding, maybe, I don't know. Send me shit.
Whoa. Cursor.
There's a reason why. Anyway, look, here's some more pictures of Loungewear Eileen. I have, she's the one with the bunny girl that has kind of the outfit and then like the little motorcycle thing, right? And I keep being so like, cute. I need the Sunkiss version because it's the same thing, but she's tan instead of like pasty white like I am all the time.
Yep.
But anyway, same character theoretically, same body probably, but look, she comes with some soft goods.
Oh,
and some little
glasses to ship
glasses.
glasses.
Yeah, she got some
Oh,
little glasses.
that's cute.
So I'm pretty excited for this.
What does her shirt say? Agent Rabbit? Is that what that says? Agent
Probably.
Rabbit?
Yeah, probably. So I feel like I'm gonna need to upgrade my little bedroom set that I have in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know that I did my Marvel Legends boudoir photos with, or boudoir photos. I don't know, like I don't feel like it's cute enough. We need
Yeah.
some more cutesy things. So this is actually the only thing that I put money towards this week, surprisingly.
That is shocking.
I know.
That's some real self-restraint.
There's nothing else that I pre-ordered or that I just bought on a whim.
Hmm.
I mean, BBTS has their sales, their daily deals going on, and there was nothing there. I was very surprised. There are a few things that kind of went up for order that I'm still like, maybe. And speaking of which, things I contemplated buying, but I ultimately decided to hold off for now.
That is such self-restraint, my love.
My Dress Up Darling figures from Figma, Max Factory, Good Smile, whatever, whoever's making these now. I haven't seen the anime. I did add it to our Crunchyroll watch list.
Great. So something we'll watch in 1 to 2 years.
Probably.
Okay.
But I like
Careful there.
Q figures. I don't know. You like Q figures?
I mean, she's adorable.
And so I know I about had a nip slip.
You did.
So I have a hard time, but I have a hard time buying figures just based on the figure itself when it belongs to something that I don't know what that thing is.
Yeah.
So,
but I approve of this one.
So that's why I've held off for now. If somehow we manage to fit in the anime and you're just like, oh, that's a great show, then it might happen.
Okay.
Because actually I should have put this in the presentation here as well, but we started watching season 2 of Kaiju number 8.
Oh god, that's such a good anime.
And
I'm so obsessed with this right now.
I managed to hold off on buying any of the Kaiju number 8 figures until
that is some real
up to this point. But now that we're watching season 2, I'm just like, I'm back on the I should get them all, but I just space, right, is a problem.
Clearly.
And so, I've kind of went all in on Dan to Dan and Chainsaw Man, they're kind of our jam or original.
I love those.
So I'm probably gonna hold off on Kaiju number 8. Unless there's a reason for me not to.
Hey, remember when we used to do the Chainsaw Man and the Dan to Dan intro music and we did a dance party with them?
Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun.
We might have to do that again.
Yeah.
We might have to record that for all of you. We just jump around because we don't really know how to dance, but it's fantastic.
I know, dance like this.
It's a lot of jumping. It's fantastic. You are a phenomenal dancer.
Anyway, moving on.
Yep.
So another Figma figure, I think this is from the Fate series. Again, I don't really care about this. I think it's a mobile game or maybe a Switch game or PC. Some type of game anyway. Anime. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. But it has swords and boobs, and so that's cool.
Yep, that sounds like something that would be up your alley. Swords and boobs.
They did another variation of this one. I believe it's the same figure, and if I'm wrong, somebody tell me I'm wrong because I'm probably wrong. But she had it was kind of like bikini armor type of thing, but it was a US flag type of thing, and it was a gun sword situation.
Oh, gun sword, American flag.
I know,
patriotism. Man, I probably would have told you to buy that.
And so
you should not have told me.
It was on sale at one point for $60, and I was like, oh, I should get this because I could do such great 4th of July photography with it. And then I ultimately didn't go with it because I have 8 other Figma figures in the closet that I haven't opened yet, and so. So this is also why I'm probably going to hold off on this one because I already have things in the closet that I just haven't got around to.
Fair enough.
But it's cool. It's got swords and boobs. So
done.
You know how I feel about that.
Yep.
The same I feel about just
so you're
just
still
swords.
Just contemplating.
If it just had swords, I still would be as equally excited.
Yeah.
So. And now on to things I'm being taunted with, but I've been really trying hard to ignore them.
Yeah.
Blockies. Everything blockies right now. People keep doing blockies stuff. I keep seeing blockies everywhere. Everybody has these blockies.
Yeah, I mean, you've made me watch multiple videos of people with blockies.
I have one of the blind boxes, and then I have their Action Edition Megatron Soundwave and Optimus.
Mm-hmm.
But now they're doing this Devastator combiner thing.
Yeah, that was a good video that we watched the other day.
I know. And there's just Sorry. I was like, which one did we watch the other day? I was like, oh yeah, Mecha Z.
Yeah, I like Mecha Z. He's
Yeah.
my favorite.
I feel like
that's a video like waiting to happen of like where I'm watching like Mecha Z and you're
like,
like, what
Sarah,
the hell are you doing?
Sarah, what are you laughing at from the other room for the last 45 minutes? And I'm just like, oh, just binge watching Mecha Z. And I'm just like, you don't even like Transformers. You don't care about him.
I don't.
You're
I
like,
I
yeah,
just
but
think
he's so
very
funny.
I think he's very funny.
But so his video sold me on the Devastator, and so I'm like, well, I only need like the Devastator combiner parts and 3 other boxes, which they sell as one kit. But I'm like, why would I just stop there when I could just buy them all?
I mean, it's only a matter of time before you go hard into this.
I need to make the decision quick. I either need to do it or I need to not, because like,
so my name is literally Collection Enabler, so I just want you to buy them.
So the problem is I just don't know where they go because there's going to be so many of them.
I mean, we did buy more bookshelves.
No, but I have like 12 boxes over here
ready to go to fill them up.
that are going to fill them up. So, but they're little too is
Yeah,
the
they
other
are
problem.
cute.
And so
I
like
like the
I feel like
littles.
they need something, I don't know,
I like
something
the
to
littles.
appropriately showcase them. And I don't know, the fact that like you can buy them as a case from Bloggies Direct and not have to try and do the blind box thing I'm all about. It's just, or the problem is, it's like if I go through, man, I'm definitely going to show some nipples on this.
Yep.
I need to like tape this down.
Ow.
So the real problem is if I'm going through this, and
we should not have recorded this in reverse order.
I know. We're playing real fast and loose. Because once I go down this, I'm an all or nothing, right? So it's like I won't be able to stop with them.
No, and capitalism means they're going to definitely keep pumping this out.
And so like there's no end. I don't see if there's any end to this, because I'm like, if these are so popular and they're the blind boxes, which is basically just gambling.
Yeah.
Like they're probably making a fortune off of this.
Yep.
And a lot of them are so small and weird looking. They're just so great. How can you not have them all? But I don't want duplicates, and so anyway, it's highly possible that I could just go way into the blockies, and maybe sometime next week there might be $300 worth of blind boxes showing up.
Whatever, it's fine.
It is fine.
So yeah, I know these are pretty cool. Oh, also you showed me the one was the guy, I can't think of his name, that's so terrible, that he was doing like the omelet thing.
Oh, he was cooking it like the frying pan.
I can't think of his name.
But he was real funny too.
Oh,
it was really funny.
Yeah,
real fun.
There's a lot of great like blockies videos out there. This is not really one of them, but I'm just saying. Like,
I'll try to remember to put a link to him in our description or notes or whatever. I'll probably forget.
Yeah, well as Mecha Z is like one where he was making the Devastator. That was great. That was a great video.
Yeah. Speaking of Mecha Z, hey Mecha Z. I know you're not watching this.
Yeah, you're definitely not watching this.
But thank you for answering my computer questions earlier this week to help me make a decision on buying a new laptop, which we're on right now. So we've changed once again everything. So for the fourth week in a row, it's all different.
It's all different
with the exception of this microphone. So I don't know. Let us know how the video quality is. We're actually just using the built-in camera again because for whatever reason I couldn't get my other camera up and working.
This is super boring. Let's move forward.
So
I know technology is hard.
Face forward.
Okay, so this was our toy news segment. Was there anything else you want to talk about toy news?
Apparently not. Apparently I'm done.
Apparently you're done complaining about technology. So now what we're going to do is we're going to cut over to the past, which is also the future.
The future past.
The future past, which is okay.
Past,
so remember how we all had this like really dumb joke, right? Like, so we talked about Topless Toy Talk. Like, what would the opposite of Topless Toy Talk would be?
Bottomless bottles and bots.
Bottomless bottles and bots. Exactly. So we have also recorded an episode of Bottomless Bottles and Bots, which
is a completely different situation.
Totally different situation. We hope you all enjoy it, and that's what's up next.
Oh, we're still here. We didn't switch over yet. We tricked you, suckers. Welcome to Bottomless Bottles and Bots,
a relationship podcast for the Cybertronian era.
We've got a lot of questions recently about our relationship and our dynamic. We've got a lot of compliments on things, and it's not always easy. And so we kind of figured we would do a little segment here and talk about some behind the scenes stuff, I think. It's always a work in progress, right? I think what we kind of put out in our streams or in our little videos is kind of the goofiest of the goofy, and it's not all sunshine and rainbows.
Well, I mean, it is mostly sunshine.
I mean, it is mostly sunshine and rainbows, but we do like it in some arguments and stuff, mostly because of me, but it is what it is, and so I thought it might be fun to do this and talk about some things.
Yeah, and just how we make things work. So we are not professionals. We're just two people who are talking about our relationship all to you all on the internet. Use how this information way you will, but we're not promoting or advocating anything in particular. We're just talking.
Yeah, we just want to share our stories.
Yeah. So our first topic today is balance in relationships. So who is the Starscream of our relationship with delusions of grandeur and wanting to take over everything?
I mean, I'll freely admit it's me.
100%. It's not even a question. There's not even
hands down, solid all the way. Definitely me. I mean, I'll be honest. It's not intentional.
Sometimes it is, though.
I mean, I do take action with intent. But I do not necessarily intend to go wild and take things over. It's probably a little bit of my personality and who I am, and just how I work through things very quickly with authority and certainty and direction.
Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like you have these bouts of inspiration and you're like, oh my God, I've got to get these out of my head. But you're maybe not good at communicating what your vision is. Sometimes you're just running head speed and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't understand. And then I'm like, I'm not going to do this. I'm just going to hang out here and wait because I generally resist anything that I don't fully understand.
Yeah, and I think I process things very quickly, and so usually I'm 10, 20 steps ahead of probably wherever you are, and it's more likely because I've thought about it for 20 hours while you're asleep, and I'm just waking up at 2:30 in the morning and trying to figure out how do we do this thing. Or I'll get hop in the shower and then you'll take Penny out, and so it's my brain is still going, and so it's I've had much time to myself to kind of think about things, and it gets me so far ahead.
And then you're just blah, this is what we're doing. I'm like, whoa, buddy, we need to take 12 steps back here and reassess what is going on.
Yeah. And I think I'll fully admit sometimes it hurts your feelings a little.
It does.
And I can see that. I recognize it very quickly, and so I try and turn it around. I think that this little segment here, this might be a show, right? We'll see how it goes. Yeah. It's probably a good example of that.
Right.
We kind of joked about it, right? It started kind of as a little bit of a joke.
Because we're really good at that, right? Have a joke and then just take it one step too far. Yeah. Just bring it to fruition.
I mean, I don't think it's been taken far enough, to be honest, but I mean, and so it's I've been kind of thinking about could this be a real thing, right? And I don't know, are people going to tune in and watch us sit here bottomless with robots and try and tie it into Transformers and talk about us and who we are and how we kind of navigate things? I don't know, probably maybe. For her bottomless, but definitely not mine. You know what I mean? But maybe it will be for mine. And so I think I try to recognize when you get sad.
Okay, so for this one in particular, you and I have been talking about this for a little bit. First, this is very funny. We should never do this, and then it slowly became here we're piloting, right? So you have to have the idea. It takes a lot of conversation and gets there. But then yesterday I was like, what are we going to talk about? So he was messing around with something else. I don't even remember what you were doing, but I spent several hours just trying to figure out, okay, what would the topics be? How could we do this? And I ended up going down this route of like a lot of these relationship podcasts and how like they're almost drawing cards or whatever and like asking each other questions and
kind of like a dating show type of thing.
And so then I came up with but I mean, some of the questions were good. Most of them were just okay or bad. But there were a couple of really good nuggets in there. I was like, oh, we could do this. And all these questions be like tied to that. And then I read them out loud to you and you gave me this look like that is the stupidest thing.
And it's not that I felt that at all. Like it was, they're good questions. I think the idea within itself is a good idea. I just couldn't quite figure out how it works with us or with this because we're not dating. Like we're married people, right? And so like if it was stuff that we were having other people do, like I think it would make a lot more sense, especially if they were newer in a relationship, right? Because they seem to kind of like get to know you type of questions, if that makes any sense. And so
I got real sad because I felt like I wasted 2 hours on questions. And then we actually ended up just talking about it. And I feel like this came out a little bit better than where I was going. So,
and again, like I think, that's where the balance is. It's like, well, one with communication and me not steamrolling everything. But I think it's finding what each piece of us brings to the topic, to make it work cohesively. Because the question, that we're talking about, or the topic we got going on right now, is one of the questions that she came up with. Like we just tailored it just a little bit to be able to turn it into like a single segment versus like a 5-word answer.
Right.
And so, yeah.
I mean, it really would have been a 1-word answer. It would have been just Rob.
Yeah, it would have been just me. Like
you are the Starscream.
Yeah, like, and done, checking out, bye. See you guys later. But, I think balance is probably one of our biggest struggles, but also our biggest strengths personally, because like we are two very different, drastic people.
Right.
I would say it's probably much easier for her than it is for me, because
easier for
you to balance or find the balance.
Oh yeah, because I'm not like, I don't have delusions of grandeur. Like that is the whole question. Are you kidding me?
Well, I know. That's what I'm just saying is like I find the balance, but it just takes me like 3 days longer. She'll be like she already has the balance.
Marty just like whatever.
And then I'm like, no, we're gonna tip the scales. Like
you like the chaos, you like the anarchy.
I do.
Like if you're not in charge, you like to bring a little bit of anarchy to get everyone else just a little off kilter.
I'm an anarchist at heart. Like I like rules and structure, but I also like to break the rules and structure. So
like I am one of those people that even if there's no cars coming and it's totally fine to cross, I will wait for that red light to turn green and cross only at the crosswalk. Like that is the sort of person I am. Rob likes to, go right down the middle of the street. He doesn't care.
I'm a pedestrian.
He thinks he should be able to walk in front of cars.
To cross the street in a pedestrian crosswalk in a given time.
That's actually probably one of our biggest fights is like how to appropriately cross the street.
Because there's I just hate a sign that is flashing at me that says "Don't walk," it's appropriate to cross. I don't care how close the car is. But balance-wise, I try to reserve my urge to step out in front of traffic, so she feels safe.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So, I mean, yeah, you even try and take over traffic patterns. So, I mean, I guess how do we navigate this? Like, how do we normally do it? It's like with a lot of talking.
A lot of trial and error.
Yeah, a lot of trial and error.
Yeah. It's usually a lot of talking on my part because I don't know how to not say all the words that come to my head.
Well, and then I only listen to the first half or the first, I would say the first
6 words out of my mouth.
I'm trying to think of how I would divide this up. I listen to the first part and I listen to the last part. I don't really listen to the middle part because it's a lot of words. So if he doesn't get it at the beginning or I can't pick it up at the end, that's where we end up with a lot of problems.
The problem is, though, everything that is relevant, I say in the middle.
I know.
So it's like I start off talking myself in circles. And then I say the relevant piece, and then I'm like, she's not listening to me. And so then I try to go back and then summarize to get your attention. And then you're just like, what? I wasn't listening to you. And then I'm like, well, here we go again. No.
I don't mean to not listen to you. It's just, there's a lot of words.
There's a lot of words. It's true.
At some point I get that blue screen of death and I'm like, I can't. Well, I don't know.
So again, I guess I'm trying to figure out how to tie this to the whole balance thing here, because I have learned to recognize her facial expressions of when she's checked out, right? Because I know I say a lot of things, and like it takes me time to come around to figure out what I'm trying to say or do to appropriately articulate it.
You will actually say to me like, "Hey, I need you to listen to this."
Right.
Like that has actually been super helpful. Like I'm saying the thing now, Sarah. I need you to listen. I'm like, all right, I'm tuned in.
So we might have went like on a 45-minute walk where I'm just like rambling the whole time about who knows what. And I don't care if she's listening, because like I'm trying to work out like the problem and solve it,
No.
And so then when we get there, I'll let you know.
Yeah. But actually, it's funny when you say walk though. Like, I feel like when we are really struggling to like come up with like a balance, like how to handle like a particular situation together, if we talk it through while like in movement, that really helps. So if we just like go on, a very vigorous like 30-minute to 1 hour walk, like I don't know, it's kind of it's good for us physically, right? Like we're getting the energy, but like there's something about like talking while like doing an activity that just really, like an activity like that, not like model kits. Model kits do not help me help us talk through things, because it gets me overwhelmed.
Yeah, and the more like fired up I am, the faster I walk, and so there'll be sometimes we're just practically running.
Yeah, which is great.
And she's like, "You gotta slow down." I'm just like, "No, I gotta get going." Like I can't. But no, I think again, I think the whole balance thing is really one of the biggest things that I think we deal with on a day-to-day basis. And again, so starting kind of these live streams, podcast, you like to call them podcasts, whatever.
I'm gonna call them whatever I want to
still
call
don't
them.
quite understand what a podcast is. I mean, I know what a podcast is, but I don't understand like what makes a podcast versus like a live stream or a podcast.
It's too bad that we can't just Google this.
I mean, I have, and it just doesn't make sense, because it's like, oh, they can both be both. A lot of podcasts now like have video streams, and I'm like, great. Well, when do you call it a podcast versus a live stream? I don't know.
Balance.
Yeah. But again, I feel like this has kind of been a test to that, right? Because the last few weeks have gotten a little heavy.
Yeah.
They've ramped up a little bit. Like we kind of started this, right? People were like, "What's this nonsense you're doing?" And so like we've kind of joined a few other people's streams and have a few more lined up to join. And so like something that was, we were doing like 1 30-second kind of video reel for.
Well, you were doing pictures by yourself initially.
Yeah.
So I was not really like a participant in that, other than he would show me ahead of time, be like, "No, that's stupid. Don't do this." Or, "Oh my God, this is fantastic. I love this. Like, we need to print this right now, so we can have a forever copy." To like those 30-second videos that we would do, and those would take, I don't know, like 2 hours a week.
I mean, it depends. Like, if it's like something we've done before, like maybe 2 hours to like film and edit. But the new things, they can
take a long time.
The new 30-second clips,
those struggle. But now I would say collectively, by the time we're doing research of what questions to ask for interviews, like what we want to talk about in terms of toy news, like even figuring out the setup for this. Like, do you know how long it takes to figure out how to set up these to cover this? Like,
robots.
We probably spent an hour on this, maybe more, trying to figure this all out.
I mean, it's like 1:22 now. We started this at
a while ago.
10:30.
I mean, this has been going on a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, but granted, part of that was setting up the new laptop. So, like, figure that out.
We're not going to get into that.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that.
Topic of this conversation. There's no balance there.
So, when back to balance, like when he eventually went down this, it was like no participation to me from my end.
Yeah.
Then it became a little bit of participation, and now it's a lot of bit of participation. So this is almost like turned into a part-time job, which is fine. But like things have evolved.
Yeah. But I mean, I still say, like, I mean, I want you to participate to the level in which you feel comfortable. So, like, if it's ever too much, again, for, balance-wise, like, I just need you to say so we can figure it out. Like, so I guess maybe as an example, earlier you were just like, well, what do you need me to do? And I was like, nothing. Like, just do what you want until I figure out how we're going to do this, and then come and sit here while I place things. And so, so I think that's a good way we kind of deal with this, is where it's like, you ask if there's something I need, I tell you. Yeah. Otherwise, you you do what you want. And so, but anyway, yeah, like things have ramped up a little bit, right? The last couple of weeks, I mean, you could say months, but weeks. And
months.
And I mean, it's not bad. Like I think it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I feel like there's certain things that I just don't do anymore, and I'm okay with it because they were kind of like a time waste. So I mean, so I'll just say I love Pokemon Go. I have not logged into Pokemon Go in weeks because like this has eaten up all my Pokemon Go time. And while like at first that made me a little sad, now I'm just like, I'm actually really enjoying this, and this is probably a better use of my time than sitting around catching Pokemon.
Yeah. So now she plays some weird.
I know. So now I'm playing some dumb block game while he's editing videos. So I just replaced one dumb phone game for another. I like to think it's personal growth, but we'll see.
Personal growth can maybe be a topic for another conversation. No, yeah. So I mean, we've only been together 5 years since 2019.
Oh, it'll be 6 in
Almost
December.
6, and so we've only been married since May.
Since May.
How many months that's been? But we've known each other for 15 years, and so we kind of started working. While we worked together.
Yeah.
We met each other, and so. I think.
So we were friends for like 10 years. Like we were coworkers, like for well over a decade, and knew each other, and then eventually the stars aligned, and
I think
that happened.
That helped a little bit with figuring out communication styles. I mean, I think it's probably more of a struggle to meet somebody, date somebody, get married to somebody, like when only knowing them a handful of days, weeks, months. Years versus we had 10 years
10 years of working on like a variety of projects at work, and he knew my work style, I knew his work style, like which work style carries over into like housework styles and relationships and all of that, so that really helped. And
not to try to go down this train too much, but if we want to talk about it in the future sometime we can, or not, it's up to you. But my past marriage, I'll just say my past marriage, like was not a very good one. Like it was not very balanced. And so, I think when you go from like a bad thing to something that
is healthy
or takes very little energy to make it work. Like I think it brings again that level of balance, or makes it much easier to balance the chaos that comes up from time to time than it does otherwise. Because I think on a day-to-day basis, for the longest time, the biggest struggle in our life was bookshelves.
Oh my God.
It was like not having enough shelving to display Transformers. Like we would talk about this for hours.
Hours.
So I know that's like a horrible thing to be like, the biggest challenge in my life was bookshelves, right? But it's because,
but I feel like if anybody can relate, it's the people watching this right now. So
but also I think it's because like I think because of our past, like it just made it so much it makes it so much easier for us to deal with actually the real problems, so they don't seem like real problem. You know what I mean? Like like it was just like, oh, our car broke down, what do we do? Oh, let's just go get it fixed and it's fine, right?
It's fine.
Like, but if it's like, where do I put this transformer? I don't know. Like 6 months later, it's still in the box because I don't know how to order a Billy bookcase. Like, like, and I think again, like this is where we have different areas of expertise when it comes to things. And so I'm much more creative. She is much more analytical, which is probably surprising because I talk a lot. I just don't say things very well, and I don't say things that mean anything. And so kind of, again, with this whole evolving thing we're doing right now, a lot of the creative aspects, I kind of handle. And then she's, taken on kind of reaching out to people to get people lined up for, our future shows and whatnot. And that's something that I think you like to do.
Like I like talking to people. I like, building relationships. Like, I mean, there are people I've been friends with, like, there's one of my good friends from like home. I mean, I have literally had friends from like grade school and kindergarten and stuff like that. And like, we still keep in contact a little bit. It's kind of, it ebbs and flows. Right. But like building community and meeting new people and talking to them about their lives and like, what makes them tick. I mean, I enjoy that. Your photography piece, most of them honestly don't appeal to me. If they're funny, they appeal to me, right? Like if I get the joke, a lot of times I don't get the joke.
Yeah.
You know, I like our videos because I think I'm very funny.
You like the videos after they're done.
After they're done. I don't like recording them. I don't like anything about them. But in the end, you don't make me look stupid, and I often look very funny, so I'm good with that.
I think actually, so you know, I feel like is another balance topic here is when we first started making like the little reels and shorts and stuff we did, like that took me, so it took me a while to be able to talk her into making like the little short videos, right?
Months,
it took a year to talk. I think this is a good testament to how this is all played out and how like you've kind of built confidence in me with this whole thing. Thinking about this right now, it just kind of clicked where it took probably months to talk you into our little shorts that we do, right? Yeah. It took over a year probably to talk you into Topless Toy Talk.
Oh yeah.
And then we made a joke out of bottomless
bottomless bottles and bots.
Like, and then a week later,
I'm like, whatever, let's try it. Yeah. We've got a commitment here this Tuesday, so we're gonna pre-record it and see how it goes.
Yeah. So, but again, going back to the whole balancing, I think that's where you were like, I don't want to look stupid. And I was like, I'm not gonna make you look stupid. So we kind of we find a middle ground with whatever we're doing that you're comfortable with.
Yeah. And
I feel like it meets my creative process to the best of which I can execute it on because I'm not a professional. I just figure it all out as I go. And so, but I think, the more we work on keeping things like an even playing field, or me specifically not running wild and dominating things, not because I'm like, this is mine, I'm going to do it, right? It's just, I get stuck on things, like I have the wild ideas, right? And so I guess maybe another good thing to relate this to is like when there is a food I want.
Oh God!
Like I'm going to use something that we're having that we've recently had, so it won't be a problem.
Okay.
Like let's say we haven't had like pizza for a while, and then one day I'm just like I smell something, or we drive past the place, I'm like, oh, pizza,
and he cannot get off it.
I could have like a $500 steak dinner, and I'd be like, this was not as good as that pizza that I wanted from Papa John's or whatever, right? Or Northern Lights.
Oh, right. Like you're stuck on it.
Yeah, right. I was like, forget this steak dinner. I still want the pizza. And so, we try to just balance dinners, right? Where it's like, if I get stuck on a thing, like this is me being a Starscream, and I'm just like,
this is what I have to have.
Like, I'm going to rule the world. Like, I'm going to take over everything until I get the pizza in my mouth. And so
it's even like, so tonight we're going to a concert. So we actually had to like come up because this guy here, he has to be at the front. Like we got to be on the rail. Like we've got to be right there. So we have to get to the concert venue at an obscene time ahead of time to make sure that we're like, if not the first person in line, like we can find it. So we have like this whole process of like exactly how many hours before the concert we have to be there, a specific parking spot per whatever venue.
The parking spot is not part of the deal.
It's part of the deal. It's for one of the venues. There's a specific parking spot so we can see the front door while eating pizza.
Like a really obsessive,
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry. That's not my intention. All I'm saying. So now I don't mean like, I think sometimes your delusions of grandeur and like wanting to take over everything is like more just because you want it to be such a great experience.
Yeah.
Like you just want like me to have a really great time. You want you to have a really great time.
Right.
You want for a video like this to have like the production value to look great. And so sometimes, right? Like we have to arrange the stuff here. So sometimes like you get a little obsessed.
Like 20 minutes trying to figure out where to put this one stupid light.
That's not an exaggeration. So sometimes your obsessiveness, the end product is fantastic. It always works out.
So is that the balance?
That's the balance. Like the end product.
It sucks during the process, but like afterwards it's good. So
yes. So it all works out. And I figured out what I do while you're being obsessive about stuff, which is probably just scroll on my phone.
Or play your block game.
Or play my block game. No.
Well, I think...
Or actually do more research here for the show and watch other podcasts and try and figure it out.
So I think that's the thing is like, I'm not... Like, I don't necessarily like to task you with a bunch of stuff. Like, if you volunteer for it, then I think that's fine. But because, like, this was kind of my thing that kind of started spiraling out of control,
As everything.
You know, again, like
I collect this.
Just like it started with an Optimus Prime and Megatron, and now we have no pants on and we're talking to you guys about stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I just like if you volunteer, I think it's fine. If you ask me, then I'm like, you asked, it's your problem now. But otherwise, yeah, I try not to task you with crazy nonsense against your will because, I don't think it's fair.
Oh, thank you.
So you're welcome, I guess.
Well, and I think you can also tell when I'm getting overwhelmed too. So
Yeah.
even if I volunteered, you're like, hey, Sarah, like, why don't you just back it down? Like, it's fine. Just pause.
Yeah. I mean, mostly because, so again, like,
because I feel like I get more overwhelmed than you do.
You do. And I think it's taken a little bit of work to get, sorry, I'm like, it's one light is just like, stupid. No, so it's taken us a little bit of work, I think, to get there too, because when we first started dating and then living together, she's a very nurturing, providing person, and I am a very much just like sit down and let me do it. Because,
like, I want you to tell me all your thoughts and feelings. Like, I want to work through it. I mean, like, it's a very feminine energy,
well,
right?
I know,
like,
but you're also like you will sacrifice yourself for other people.
Yes.
And I'm like, I don't need you to sacrifice yourself for me because I'm capable.
Yeah, you have to intervene a lot.
Yeah, and so
less so now, but yeah, for a long time.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Is like, so I think that was a hard balancing act at the start of things when we first got together because she was always trying to do things for me, and I was like, I don't need you to put butter in my toast. I was like, I don't need you to pour me a glass of milk or coffee or whatever. I'm like, just stop running around like a psychopath and just go sit over there and I don't know, browse the internet or something, right? Like,
it's hard for me to sit still.
And so I think, again, it's, if there's a perception, I think we give a perception to people that like this is like just such a super easy natural thing, right? But I think we both just made a very hard commitment to making things work because of past relationships. Like we just we want to be happy, and so when things get a little out of whack, like we spend the time and effort and energy that's needed to figure out what's not working. To make it work, because not everything is easy, and but I think things are easier now than they used to be.
Well, because so we both came from a place where it was an unhealthy relationship, so we want a healthy relationship. But what we also, I think, what's helpful is we both come into difficult situations knowing the other person isn't trying to hurt us.
Right.
Like, I know even if Rob is hurting my feelings because he does not like the questions that I put together for this, like he's not intentionally trying to hurt me. He's not intentionally trying to hurt me. Like it is, just a fact. And I think vice versa, and so like even just being able to say, hey, Rob, could you please change your tone? Yeah. Like this is hurting my feelings. This is making me feel attacked.
And I'll even recognize that sometimes, like, because when I'm really on a tangent about something, when I'm real fired up, and it's not even necessarily even related to anything with her, right? Like I'll just be like, like raging out, right? I'm like, wait a minute, I feel like I'm just like angrily yelling at you about something that is work related or whatever, right? So then I will just say, hold on a second, I'm gonna try to reset my tone so we can converse about this, and I'm not having like this hostile tone in this conversation.
Because I also I will tune out immediately if it's a hostile tone. I just it's like blank screen. I'm done. I don't listen anymore.
And it's hard to be self-aware, to be honest. Like especially for me, because my thoughts just process so quickly. Like, and I don't think about anything I say before I say it. I often don't think about my actions before I act either. And so there's a lot of reactiveness on my part, and I know I should just take a minute and just like chill. But like most of the time I'm just like, hey guys, what's up? Like let's do bottomless bottles and bots. And I'm like, well, what if this is what blows up on the internet? And I'm like, this is our life now.
Yeah, right.
So
I mean, that was actually
maybe what I can ask everybody is just to downvote this. Like, And so yeah, like it's like it was more challenging at the start.
Yeah.
I feel like things have gotten pretty easy because we're just open. And so like we talk about basically everything.
Well, you're open. I'm mostly open.
You come around to being open once I realize you're not being open. And I say, what's your problem?
I mean, I am very stoic in a lot of ways. Like, you tell me all your feelings, but then you're over them in like 10 minutes. Yeah. Like, if you have a strong feeling, you're like, you just got to get it out. And then, but I will, it's not even that I'm like, it's not even like the feminine energy again, where you're like brooding and I want to bring it back. Like, I just won't, if something's bothering me, like, I won't say it and I'll just like hold it in forever. And I still would just never say it. It would, so it takes a lot for me to like,
and sometimes I think that you don't always know that it's something that's bothering you at the start.
That's fair.
And then a little bit as it goes on, then it does start to, then you recognize that. So again, I think that's part of the self-awareness thing.
Yeah.
Where, you recognize it. But then I think, again, because like you're this very providing person, you feel like you should just be able to get over this thing and not have to bother somebody else with it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And that's not how it works. And that's why I just have to say what I have to say, and then once it's out, I'm fine.
Yeah.
And it takes you a little bit longer to get there. But again, like I think that's the thing that we've figured out with each other. We figure the balance, right? It's like I just gotta spew it and it's done.
Yeah. I know you were gonna wait until the last minute to leave the house. I hate being late. Nothing irritates me more in life than being late. Like, I get anxiety about it. I'm just like, I want to be, if you're not 5 minutes early, you were late. And so
we build in a half hour.
And when I am trying to leave 15 minutes early, so I can ensure I'm there 5 minutes early, I am ready and I just sit in, what is that even called? The bench. Like the laundry room. Not that that's helpful. I sit on the bench to be able to go out to the garage. I don't know what that's called. Mud room, whatever. And I just I'm ready to go. So whenever he comes in, like the last minute blaring through, I'm ready. I just have to get up and walk out the door.
I forgot my wallet. I forgot my keys.
What else do I need?
Where's my hat? Like, where's my pants? I'm outside in the car. I got no pants on. Like,
that's never happened, but it might.
I wouldn't put it past me at some point. No, because I'm like, if I don't have my wallet, I walk outside and I'm just like, I feel so naked. And I'm just like, it's because I don't have pants on. That's why. But no. But yeah, so I think that is another good. I mean, again, I'm just gonna keep saying balance. I'm gonna keep bringing the topic back because I get derailed. We have created a few of these things based on some of the personality traits or how we operate to be able to make sure that we both have what we need to achieve the end goal. So it's like you like to be a little bit early to things.
Yes.
I am just chronically running late.
Yes.
So if we need to be somewhere at 5 o'clock.
Well, and we talk about it like before the thing's going to happen. So if we have to be someplace at 5 p.m., like in the morning,
20 minutes to get there.
We will, in the morning, we're going to factor out like what time do we have to leave. So if we're going to leave if we have to leave by 4:30, like when do we have to start getting ready? Oh, we have to start getting ready at 4 to build in 30 minutes to like change clothes and like do whatever, take the dog out. Like, so that means like, hey, Rob, if you're going to play video games, you must end by 3:30 because I know you're going to be in the middle of a mission and you're not going to actually end at 3:30. So it's going to have to be 4. So like we taught, like we actually like work backwards for all these.
I feel like video games really isn't even a problem nowadays.
It's not, but it used to be.
No, I mean, it was sometimes, but now it's more like, I don't even know. I'm just running around like a psycho because usually we're going to do something. And we're bringing something, and so it's me trying to find all the.
Normally, it's like you've taken some sort of like suggestive toy photography picture, and you're giving it as a gift, and
it's like, oh, I forgot to wrap this, or like whatever, right? And so, it's just.
Or we do that like the night before. We think, okay, well, what are all the things that we have to do in order to like do that thing? When are we going to do it? Would it be better to wrap the presents in the morning, or should we do it in the evening? Like
when we go to TFCon, like I'm gonna have everything splayed out like the night before, so it's like time to go. Yes. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know, again, but you're a type of person, again, like, in your prior dealings, like, you kind of moved around a bit, and so you are able to just pick up and go, and it's all great and fine.
I mean, I lived out of 2 suitcases for, I don't know, a decade.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, all this stuff is almost a little overwhelming to me sometimes.
I have lived in like a 5-mile radius my entire life, except for when I moved 2 hours away where she was, and I regret it. With the exception of being able to kidnap this one here, right? Like, Stockholm syndrome her into like coming back the other way. I like what I like, but I think that's a difference in...
I'm not a stuff person. Like,
Yeah.
I would have a very, like, what is that? Nordic, like how it's just like clean, like nothing in here. And like, for the most part, it's just like stuff in this house. So, I mean, it's fine. But I mean, it actually looks all very nice. Like I'm fine with it. It's just,
you haven't seen my office.
I know, not your office. I'm not fine with your office. Your office makes me upset. So I don't go in there.
Yeah.
I do not have a conversation in your office. But like, I just, like this is, I love you. This is clearly not the path I would have chosen. Like, if left to my own devices.
I know you would have probably bought a sailboat and like just like boated around the world or something.
100%. Like yes. I would have just like, actually, I probably would have just. Well, so long story short, before like we locked this down here, that was actually my plan.
I locked this down.
That I was going to just. Yeah. I was going to just like backpack and just like work remote and make it happen.
That sounds awful. Like it sounds like there's too many bugs, too much sand.
Oh yeah. I mean, the
ground is too hard.
Actually, I put together a map of people that I knew all around the world, and I was like, I'm gonna reach out to this person. I'm gonna try and see if I can stay with them for a bit and just like kind of like globally hop everywhere. It's gonna be fantastic. But now I have this.
I mean, you can go hop all you want. I'll be right here when you come back. Don't worry.
I know. This is why we don't really go on vacation because, well, so like.
Now we go on vacations because we had an elderly dog.
Well, that's too. I'm just saying, like, I don't know about you, like trying to. So
I'm not a camping or backpacking
yes.
person. If we go stay in a hotel and then want to go hike up a mountain, I'm all in. But like, I am not staying the night on that mountain.
No, you would not. You'd not be doing that sort of stuff.
You are
very indoor. You are a very indoor person.
I will go sit outside for a little while when it is 72 degrees. The wind is blowing 3 miles to the southwest, and the humidity is at 28%.
I'm just like, whatever. It's an adventure. Let's do it.
So anyway, I think it is probably
so balance. Well, actually, so here, let's bring this back to balance. Oh yeah, but so in summary though, like. You probably have kept me from probably not, doing something really dangerous.
Actually, that's a very
because you're more
point.
like you're more risk adverse than I am.
This is probably why the balance thing with us works so well is because we are so opposite end of the spectrum type of people where, you are the pick up and go and do whatever on a whim and nothing matters, right?
Yeah.
And I am I need minute by minute itinerary agenda. And so like we just find that crossing point. That makes us both feel comfortable, and
it's probably the best thing for both of us.
So it's like we can go have an adventure with a loose agenda.
Yes.
And it's probably the greatest thing that we've both ever done.
100%. So anyway, pilot episode of Bottomless Bottles and Bots. Let us know what you think in the comments.
Oh, hey, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that other segment we did that was very similar to this one, but we reversed our clothing and didn't talk about toys at all.
Nope. We talked about like real stuff.
So we're trying to come up with a name for a collective of people that would be interested in joining us in our endeavors.
Mm-hmm.
And so we started off with Botties, Botties, right?
Because that's great. Because Megan Thee Stallion, fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
So, but not body.
No, but like it's a ripoff of hers. Like not bodies.
Because we're not original.
No, it's Botties. All right.
And so, so we're trying to come up with like, so if this would be like a collection of people, right? What would we call it? And what we've come up with.
Well, we need an acronym, right? Like, because every group needs an acronym.
Yeah. So what we've come up with so far is the body of official botties, or body of organized botties.
But it would be boob.
Boob would be the
acronym, and we would, anybody that joins the show, we would send you like a little pin, or whether it be a button or an enamel pin or a sticker, I don't know, still workshopping that.
Yeah.
Is we would send you something that would just say boob.
No.
Like B.O.O.
No, it would
B.
say body
But then it
of
would be
official
around.
bodies.
But it would be
Yeah.
around the outside.
Yeah.
I just think that'd be fantastic.
But we're workshopping this a little bit, but we want to throw it out in case anybody ever has thoughts, ideas, like if there's suggestions, a way to improve this. If you have other words between the B and the B, or maybe a better acronym.
Yeah,
We're down for that.
I don't know if there could be a better acronym than that.
Like it started off as Bob, and then I was like, what if we added an extra O?
It did start off as Bob.
And so this is kind of where we're at now. Like I feel like adding
it started off as body of bodies, and then
and I feel like if we
make it like a 14-year-old boy,
if we throw in another O where it's boob, it's gonna be weird.
No, it's too much.
But if there's other letters that spell out a word,
that's funny.
Let us know if you have thoughts, like if anybody's interested in doing that.
So on that note, we are going to move over though to talk about our pre-orders and what we received this week. And I didn't get anything. So not because, just because I don't order that much stuff. I mostly just order household goods and dog treats. That's it.
Yeah, I order a lot of things. Yeah, you buy all your stuff at the farmer's market.
That's true.
So first up that came in this week is Fireflight.
Fireflight? So he's a jet?
Yes. So we are now 4 for 4 for the aerial bots and 5 of 6 for the Constructicons to be able to create 2 combiners. And I'm getting impatient. I see people with their full Devastator, and I actually don't know if I've seen a full...
What are you going to do with your current Devastator?
It's probably going in the trash. That combiner Wars Devastator is just, so he's all like...
Yeah, he is really wonky. He's been wonky since the minute you got him.
No, they might go in bomb mode. Or not bomb mode, sorry, alt mode. Or bomb mode. We'll see. We'll see what I think looks best.
Yeah.
Might place him around. I don't know.
He's a little wonky. I
Maybe
just remember when you first got him, and then the one with the Trident.
Oh yeah, God Neptune.
Yeah, he was real wonky.
Yeah, I much like the combiner system they're doing now. It's a lot more stable. But I've got 2 combiners that I'm missing, 1 bot each, and Hasbro gave them to me. Come on.
Yeah, hurry up.
I'm ready for that. Oh yeah, sorry, we're doing more stuff.
Yeah, you got a lot of stuff this week.
I also got in, finally, Studio Series Megatron.
Oh, that's
good. Pretty excited about him. He does not transform into a PP blaster.
Oh, that's too bad.
Unfortunately. But I do have the New Age third-party one that is basically the same size as the War for Cybertron, Earthrise, whatever, Optimus Prime. Kind of looks like this. And so, whatever. I got one that goes into a PP blaster. So in addition to that Megatron, I got a second Megatron.
Yep.
Same one, but I have a thing for Optimuses and Megatrons, and in the event one would go sideways, I have to have a backup. So I have an extra Optimus in the back room, and now I have an extra Megatron. So
you only got 3 things in?
That's it. It was a light week. It was a light week. I didn't buy a lot. I didn't get a lot.
You didn't pre-order a lot?
I didn't pre-order a lot.
Man.
So.
Man, that our checking account sounds like it's really having a nice week then.
I mean, it was until we bought a laptop.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true. You didn't buy that.
Actually, isn't that funny how that worked out? I was like, we should buy a new laptop. And then somehow magically the world was like, we're not going to put up a bunch of stuff pre-order that you want.
Yep.
Good job.
That's fantastic.
Good job, universe. Thank you for helping me out there.
Good job. So for our last segment, we're going to bring back my favorite, which is, my second favorite. My favorite is conspiracy theories, but I feel like those are better live. So we're just going to bring back the Squirtle Showcase.
And if you tuned in late, we're here from the future past.
Yeah, future past.
Or the past future.
And so are the days of our lives. I liked watching. So I'm just going to talk about the days of our lives because I really liked watching the days of our lives with my grandma, and they would record it sometimes because like back in the day when you had to record stuff with the VCR, but they call it their soaps, and I like the days of our lives. I haven't watched that in so long, but
my mom was really into the Young and the Restless, and I thought it was the dumbest thing ever.
My grandma was in Days. She's into Days, not Young and the Restless. We didn't do that.
I mean, basically every anime is technically a soap opera because it's like only 5 things happen in a 20-minute period, and so you have to watch Like Dragon Ball Z was like the worst soap opera ever.
Yeah.
There's nothing that like it takes you like 16 episodes to
Like sometimes I think
get through
about
one line of dialogue.
if we ever got through our backlog, which is clearly never going to happen because they just keep pumping out new media, is like, should we get like into like K-drama? Like, should we get into like telenovelas?
I
like,
love K-drama. I used to watch that at
I
work.
just like, I would. I don't worry.
Yeah, like we like typing,
Oh, while
do
you're
my
working?
stuff, and I just put it on my phone. Like, yeah.
I feel like we're maybe missing out. So
There's a
but
lot of stuff
also,
we're
we're
missing
not-
out
we're
on,
not
like
gonna do it.
shirts.
Incorrect. Well, okay, we are missing out on shirts, but I reached out to some like merch folks, so maybe coming soon. Topless Toy Talk merch. Okay, back to what we were really talking about, which was my Squirtle
K-pop
showcase.
dramas.
K-pop dramas. Which is,
I don't even know is that a thing. K-pop dramas. Like
no, it's K-dramas, isn't it?
I don't know. Well,
It's
they got
not
that.
K-pop dramas.
We have
K-pop.
K-pop Demon Hunters now.
I know.
We still haven't seen that.
We haven't seen that. It'll be a bit. Okay. So Squirtle's my favorite. So I guess hot take here. I actually don't like Funkos. I think they're stupid. I hate how their heads are big. It's really ugly. However, like this Squirtle like Funko, I'm into. Like this looks good. Like it's okay for the squirrel to have a big head. Most of the big head things look stupid. I'm also okay with the Transformers with the big heads. I don't know. For some reason, that's fine with me. But like most of these big head things, I hate and they really irritate me. So I would not allow you. Let me see. Let me rephrase that. You can do whatever you want. You're an adult. I would not support, and I would say that it needs to stay only in your disaster zone office if you decided to do any more Funkos. They could not be down here.
I got Sabrina Carpenter over
Okay,
here.
fine. I'll let you have a Sabrina Carpenter, Transformers, and then my one Squirtle Funko, and that's it. Though I do really still want to call him PopCap, and I know that's not their name, but it says Pop on here, and Funko is much smaller, so PopCap, which I realize is a phone game.
They made Plants vs. Zombies.
So that's my story. It looks pretty fine-ish. It'll probably stay in the box. This is my only one that's in the box. The rest I've opened up. Or they didn't come in a box because they were a plushie.
That was
all I had.
A very bad story.
I know. I'm good with bad stories.
And I'm bad with good stories.
That's actually
very true.
That is very true. That is very true. I
could
shorten
have
things beyond like the point where they would be meaningful, and you would elongate things to the point where it's just stupid.
Where it's not meaningful.
You say so many words to convey so little information.
I'm just like, what'd you have for dinner? And I could say, I just had pizza. But I'm like, well, I started off the morning by getting out of bed. And then I took a shower. And following the shower, I brushed my teeth. I picked out my clothes for the day.
It's like when anybody asks you how.
And then I was like, what should I have for breakfast? I was like, I think I would like some eggs and bacon and pancakes, but we don't have any of that stuff. So what do we do? Like, oh, you know what? IHOP delivers now because we're real middle-aged people and we don't want to leave the house on a Saturday morning. So we should just go ahead and order IHOP. And then IHOP was great, and
except they didn't give you syrup.
Oh yeah, they didn't give me syrup.
And we didn't have any syrup in the house except for like smoked syrup. So I don't know how that went over.
Put in old fashions. And so we had some smoked syrup French toast, or I did anyway. She just had toast with butter on it. I don't know. And so that was a pretty filling breakfast, which lasted basically,
We're talking about dinner, honey.
Until 3 o'clock. I started to get hungry, and so Sarah also started to get hungry. She's like, I'm getting a little hungry. What should we have for dinner? I was like, whatever. We can make something. We can get something. She's like, what I really want is pizza. I was like, okay, let's have some pizza. And then I was like, what kind of pizza do you want? And she's like, well, I want some Works pizza from Papa John's. So full circle back to Papa John's.
Because I like supreme pizza.
And
I like the meats and the veggies.
I like thin crust pizza with pineapple and bacon and black olives and ham.
That's also good. But I like the Works.
And so then about 4:30 we had some pizza.
This is so dumb. Nobody cares about this. Anyway. So we had pizza. We're gonna have more pizza tonight because leftovers. But
fun fact, tonight is actually not tonight. It's Sunday night because we're now you're watching this on Tuesday, so we're in the future past. The past future.
I think you've carried this joke.
Actually, but because we're seeing a concert we have this thing where we get pizza before the concert.
I know we're gonna have pizza tomorrow night.
So
Or no, Tuesday night.
So technically, we'll have pizza tonight, but we'll also have pizza tonight.
Okay.
So it's like a Pizza-ception future past situation where we have pizza on both days, and it's so wild because it works out in all the scenarios.
That is actually accurate. So we do. So for you Midwestern folks, we get Casey's Pizza
because they shut down
the
the flip and come and go.
Yeah, come and go.
The best.
Okay, first of all, if you're not from the Midwest
gas
and you
station
don't
chain.
fully understand, there was a or it still is. There's a gas station chain called Come and Go. K-U-M-N-Go. And for whatever reason,
they
a
bought
bunch
out
of people from Utah bought it. They bought it, and they're changing the name to some sort of mountain name.
It had their logo or mountain peaks, and I'm like,
stupid. Like,
why
would you do that? Why would you change the most perfect name?
We don't have these here.
So anyway,
we have this.
So back to why we.
So guess who will never go to a Maverick? Guess who's never going to go to Maverick? This person.
No, we'll just go to Casey's. First of all, Casey's has better pizza, and Casey's is like the ultimate gas station, though. They are the ultimate convenience store.
So do you know how you said that I say really good things in long words?
No, I didn't say it was good things. You said very, very minimal things with lots of words.
And we just talked about how we had pizza for dinner, but also tonight for the last 10 minutes.
Okay, but I really do like Casey's Pizza. It's fantastic.
Okay, but I kind of like this like pre-recorded future past situation. I like the live thing a lot, and like this will only happen if there is a super conflict. But I'm like, I feel like I'm living in the future, but also the past at the same time, and they both coincide with pizza. And I'm like, this is like the greatest like full circle experience I've ever had in my entire life.
You were so grumpy before we started this. And you're like so not grumpy.
Because we shared a bottle of sake.
And then talking about pizza, which we will now put in the oven here real soon because it's almost dinner time. But with that,
it'll be past dinner time when you see this for us. We'll already be.
We love you all. We hope you have a good
deeply, like not just like this hand heart love, but in our real hearts. If they looked like this, but they more so look like this.
Okay. If you would like to be part of Topless Toy Talk, a future episode, to talk about your stuff, let us know.
This might be our best episode yet.
Oh my god, we would love to have you.
Especially if
we've got some really great guests lined up, and I'm super excited to talk to all of them. Not to break the news here on any of them, but we've got like a wide variety of folks, and I'm like so excited. But on that note, Robert.
We're pretty booked up, I think, through October.
Actually, we are. We're totally booked up through October.
So if you're free in November.
If you're free in November, let us know. Or the last week in October, potentially. But thank you all for joining. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.
Nah, we got you again. We're still going.
Robert, I thought we were done. Why are you clicking the dumb thing?
Okay, fine.
Okay, bye.
Whatever. See you.
For real, bye. Why are you flipping everybody off all the time?
I'm flipping you off.